What is going on, everyone? My name is Eskimo, and today I'm going to be bringing you another episode of Gears of War 3 Tips and Tricks. Now, the first spot I'm going to be showing you today in my hiding spot series is this wall. Now, as you can see, I can walk into the wall, and when I'm standing in the wall, I can't shoot out, but if I step out a little bit, I can shoot out. Now, to show you the extremity of the spot, I'm going to throw a frag grenade and walk into the wall. As you can see, it doesn't even hurt me. So this spot is very useful if you want to get the element of surprise, as are all of these other spots. So hopefully you enjoy this spot. And next up are 4 spots on Azura. Now the first spot on Azura is in the cog spawn, and I'm using Big Rig Dizzy because he goes completely invisible, as you can see in this first spot. Now the next spot is in the middle of the map, so it's not the most hidden spot, but it is useful. As you can see, here it is, and I can walk into it. But if someone's walking past, it's useful because, as you can see, they won't notice the spot because in the corner of the eye they don't see it. So if you're listening, you can pop out and get a surprise attack on them. Now the next spot is going to be in the opposite spawn, and I'm going to down the bot really quick so he doesn't have any further interferences. So the next 2 spots, one of them is one of my favorite spots because you also go completely invisible like the very first one. But this one is, you don't go completely invisible, but if you're listening again, you can get right hand advantage. Now if they're coming from there, it's a blind spot, but it's useful if they're coming from that way. Now the second spot, the fourth and final spot on Azura is right here. You also go completely invisible. So next up is 2 spots on Bullet Marsh. Now the first spot on Bullet Marsh is in the cog spawn, which if you look at the overhead map, it is the dock spawn. It is this tree right here. Now it's not that great, but if someone is running under the bridge past you, they will not see you, and you can hop out and get the element of surprise on them. Now the next spawn on this map is my favorite one on this map by far, and I think if you're using a darker character like one of the Theron guards or General Rom, then this will really help you. Now, let me kill this bot really quick, who is unfortunately hiding behind the wall. So, I'm going to smoke him and just run past. So, the next spawn is just right around this corner up here. It's that tree right there. Now, like I said, if you're one of the darker characters, it works really well because this map's generally pretty dark. And if you just hook up on the tree, or get on the tree and just crouch down, then you're completely invisible and in the foliage. Now this is really great. I like this spot because you have right hand advantage, especially if people are coming on the bridge. You can shoot them from right here, and it's a really great covering spot too for your team. So this is my favorite spot on Bullet Marsh, and now to the final one on Mercy. Now, this is the final spot, and it is right here in this little bush. It's not the greatest of all of the spots I've shown. Depths is probably my favorite spot, but it is still great for an element of surprise. Say somebody is in the cellar, and they come out, and you can definitely get the element of surprise on them because they won't expect you to be there. And if you're a cog, you can blend in pretty well, I think. But before I do in this video, I want to ask you guys a quick little question. Would you prefer more tips like this where I show you little tidbits about the game that you may or may not know, or would you prefer longer stuff like weapon tutorials like Lancer tips and tricks and Digger tips and tricks, stuff like that? But obviously for weapon tutorials and stuff like that, I would have to work a bit longer, so I couldn't get the episodes out weekly, maybe every 2 weeks. But let me know in the comments, and be sure to leave a like, a comment, and favorite the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. But I want you guys to know that I love you, and bye.